Hello guys, let's continue with our update. So whenever I click on edit and then I select any of the drop down and click on update, you can now see that it is successfully updated. Let me run another one, and you can now see that it is successfully updated. Okay, but anytime that is updated, I always have to refresh the browser before you see the changes over here in the table. But I don't want that, so let's go back to the code and make a change so that anytime we run an update, automatically it refresh the browser and the changes take place over here. So go back to your code where the use effect is, the data that is coming from the post that you are running the loop. Just go to where the empty array is and then put that post over there. That's all. So go back to your code again. Let's run another update, and you can now see that it has reflected on in the table without we refreshing the browser this way. All right, so let me run another one so that you can see it well. Let me click on national health insurance. Take note of that it was national ID that over there. Now I run on it and I can now see that the changes is working perfectly, right? Let me run another one there, and you can now see that this is also working perfectly. Now I don't want this alerts again whenever that I run an update. Go back to Material-UI and go and select snack bar. All right, so when you select the snack bar, you see a lot of them over there. All right, you see a lot of them over there. So let me select this for now, and then where the alert is, let me replace it with this. Then let me import it and change the duration to, the duration is okay. So I will tell you the duration, but for now I am changing it to 2000, which is 2 seconds. All right, and then this message that is displayed over here, let me change it. Okay, so let's try one, and then let's take it from there so that you'll see what I'm talking about. So let me refresh my browser again whether there's no any error, and then let me run one. Click on it and you can now see that it is successfully, but the duration that this thing would disappear, it was 6000, which is 6 seconds, and then I've now changed it to 2 seconds right now. And then so instead of this, let me change this to this message. Let me change it to success so that whatever that is coming from the database as the notification will reflect over here. So when I run my nationality again, let me refresh it again, and then run that, you can now see that the message, but I don't want the message to be over here. I want it to be at the top. All right, so I will go to the snack bar again and say that origin, is it anchor origin? All right, then I will say that vertical, it should be at the top. All right, and then so let's run again and see something. So I love it. One thing that we are forgetting. Let's run it again. Let's see. So we are forgetting another parameter over there. So vertical, it should be at the top, and then horizontal, it should also be at the center, right? So let's go back, run our update again, and now you can now see that it is at the center, right? And it's working perfectly, right? So today let's add before that, let's enhance our nationality the way we pick it from the table, where we now said if else, if else, if else, right? So instead of if else, if else, let's make it switch, right? Switch. So now the switch will be params dot the value. All right, so whatever that it is coming from the switch, we are saying that case 1. So case, all right, and we are saying that if it is true that it is this this, then let's return that, right? So we'll now say that if it is true that it's giving us that, then let's return this, right? And we are saying that if it is also this, okay, let me copy this and then dump it over here. All right, um so let's take take this and put it here. Take this and then let's also put it here. All right, and then the last one, let's put it here. And then let's take this and let's make this one default, right? The default, and let's say the default should return now. All right, and then let's copy this, which is the first one, and let's bring it here. And let's also copy this and let's bring it here, and copy this and let's also bring it here, right? So let's take if and else this from it. Okay, so now you can see that it's so simple. Let's go back to our code and let's see how it's going to be. All right, so we still have the same thing over there, right? So let me run one update from here, and you can now see that everything is working perfectly. And you can now see that the snack bar, you see that within 2 seconds everything is gone. Let's add our delete button to this place. All right, so the delete button, let's go back to our dialog, and then let's search for agreed, not agreed. Let's pick this. So let's use this. All right, all right, so let me come here, select this, and then I will select all that. All right, all right, and then I will make it a button. Okay, so what I will do is that I will select the whole of this. Now let me select it from here. Now let's go back to our code, and then let me create another file called delete dialog.jsx, right? So let me place the code over here. Now I will call this delete. All right, and then let me make this one contained, and then here I will make it, the color should be arrow color. All right, so in the let me import it here. Import delete dialog. All right. And so let me copy that and then add it here. If I add it here, if I add it, will have an error. Simply because we need to put it in the fragment. So just add this here and then add this also here, and that is it. Now let's go back to the code, and you can now see the width is 2. We can see it. Let's increase the width. Yeah, so the width would now be 200. Let's go back, and now you can now see the delete over here. Yeah, so it is now working perfectly. Let me give some small space within, and you can now see the delete. All right, that is working over here. So let's go back here and say so this is delete. So let's go back to delete over here, and then let's take the whole of this. All right, but before that, let's pass the params just as we did with the edit. All right, so I'm going to pass it over here. All right, go back to delete dialog, and then let's take this out from it, and let's say that we want to displace the user. So here let's pass the params over here as the params. All right, now we can now use the params over here to make sure that the person we are deleting, is exactly that person's name. Okay, it's exactly that person. So we can now say params dot role dot first name. All right, and then let's concatenate it and add the last name. So we can now say let me give some space. We can now say params dot role dot last name. Right, now let's go back, click on that, and you can now see that this is the persons that we want to delete. All right, then let's change the button that whenever we click something, let's change to delete and then closed. All right, so I will make this one closed. All right, and then you can now see the close over here. So let me make this the variant as outline, and then the color should be let's still make it arrow, and this let's make it a variant should contain. In fact, let's make all contain, right? Contain, and let's give the color of this success. All right, so you can now see all that. All right, now let's change this. Change this and say it, okay, so let's make it that. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to delete this user? All right. So you now say, are you sure you want to delete this user? All right. So if yes, all right, yes, then you just go ahead and then you delete that, right? So you can now go ahead and then you delete the user, right? So when you click on that, now let's now that everything is working, so this is handle closed. So instead of handle close, let's make it handle delete. Okay, the handler, let's call it handle delete. All right, so let me copy it from here, go back here, and then let's say it is what, handle delete. So const that, and then yeah, saying that it should be um right. Okay, let me make um what am I missing? Okay, so let me bring the equal sign here. Now over here, let me bring my so let me create route first. All right, so it should be a post, and the route should be the route. All right, we are using um inertia, right? So it should be user delete. All right, and we are saying that once it's successful, so on success something should happen. All right, on success, but we are not going to bring it here. All right, so all right, let me on success, let's say that the set open, which it is the dialog. All right, the dialog will open right when we click on it. You say handle on click handle open, so handle open will now set to be true. So once it is sent and is successful, this one should now be set open to false, right? All right, so right now if I click on it, it will give us error because we've not created our route. So you see nothing is working. All right, so let's go back here, let's come here, create a const. Okay, so let me even copy it from here quickly. Where is it? Here, and then let me bring it to the delete. Okay, and all this is coming from the, all right, all this is coming from inertia. All right, so let me import it here, and you can see inertia js slash what, react. Okay, so all this property is coming from inertia, and we are now saying that we'll be using post, so set data. All right, so whatever thing, let's go back here and copy this, go to our route, web route. Now we want to create new route. Let me copy that here and change this, bring it here. Right now it should also be post, and but this time it should be what, delete. All right, delete, and then what's the name should be delete. All right, so delete, and then user delete. Okay, so let me make all user delete, user delete. All right, and then over here, let me go to the definition, and then here I will say that public function user delete, and then it should just be redirect of the response. right? Yeah. So I would say that student um, okay, so let me use fetch. So student find or field. All right. Or let me use uh, okay, so let me use find or field this, right? And then once it fetch, I will now say delete. All right. Then I will redirect. All right, and I will say successfully um, deleted, right? So I have given it the same name so that it will be passed, okay, to this, right? The same name, so successfully deleted. So let's go back. If everything is fine, let's go back to our code again and let's see. Delete. Okay, now we have passed this. All right. So this is the student's ID, okay, from the database that we have passed over here. So this student ID should be captured from the request that is coming. So let me go back here. So the request that is coming from here, which is request, it should be request like this, right? Okay, so just as the way we say ID. Okay, so let's move on. Let's run our code again and let's see whether it will work. So which one am I deleting? Wow. So you can now see that the table is deleted, everything is. Let me create another one and let's see. Let's see. Francis Francis let's see, Nati, and then he said of and at gmail.com. Okay, let me go back and then let me select this. Okay, all right, so it must be a lower field. So Francis Mirand, and it is successfully posted, right? So anytime we run and it's successfully posted, let's redirect to the main the main table. So you can now see Francis Nati. So let's redirect, okay, whenever we create. So and it's successful. So the create, let's move on to create. What is create? All right, create, posted, create. Okay, so return redirect. Then let's, instead of back, route, and then we are, so the get request for route users. Okay, so it is the name is users of that route is users. So let's um say users, and then let's create another one and see how it's going to. So what's okay, so the okay, so this width is also success. All right, so everything will be passed through here as success. Where is it? So it will be passed here as success. Okay, and we will have our alert over here, the snack bar, all the time. So let me create another one and call it the first name as I keep on using a Gmail. Let me use yahoo.com this time. And let me use this. And which one? Let me select this again. um, wow. So you can now see that everything is working perfectly as planned and as we wished, right? So guys, it is so easy and so simple for you to do something like this. So guys, pray with it.